games by jumping North America. Silver 3, okay. So I'll go over your rooms first. Yeah, with marks I think it's best to go for possibly even defensive setup like armor, because Janna really sucks at doing damage and using her auto attack, I think, because it's such a low range. So. But I don't mind seeing the hybrid man marks, like when you do get into a fight and you get to attack and use all your spells, maybe it's the most damage. So yeah, hybrid mans are pretty good, and armor is as well. So, and also of course the flat AP is alright. For queens, I just prefer to get the flat AP. 15 AP start is pretty good. Boosts your shield quite a bit. And for seals, I'm like currently mixing health with armor, and I have like 5 flat healths. Basically, since the seal changes, armor got nerfed and HP in the seals got buffed. That kinda made the health quintences real bad. 26 health is nothing compared to 4 armor or whatever you get from the armor quintessence. But it's whatever. you use what you have, so it's not like a mistake. And for clues, yeah, I like to run up AP, like AP per level or flat AP. It just gives you those stronger shields, and of course magic resistance is fine as well. For masteries, yeah, this is pretty much what I like to use, but I don't have a big inspiration. I think it's not good at all. It's just not enough, I think. 1 XP per second basically, so it's not good. Instead I get Face Walker and 1 more pointing, or actually I get Bandit. Even though it's not that great, but maybe some games you do get a pretty good use out of it, like sure 10 auto attacks is 30 gold and it's 1 potion, so yeah, it can be alright. So I would change the inspiration to either Face Walker or Fleetfoot and Bandit. Get the Bandit, I think. Yeah. And here we go. I kind of watched this a bit earlier in a fast forward, but so I have a pretty good idea about this game. I think you bought quite fast there, but yeah. Always remember to buy fast so you get to like see the entrances here. Oh, and wait, what the fuck? You don't have biscuits. I thought you should have them. Maybe you have changed your mastery since. But okay. Or maybe you took the wrong master. The thing about invading with Janna, like, I know you're going to take the tornado here, but I just think it's like not really worth it. Like, yeah, you pretty much only used it for some damage there. Now they're gonna go super ham for this, but it will end up in trade. Then you take the huge tower hit, which you shouldn't have probably even taken, because I don't think there was anything you could have done anyway. And then the Twitch kills you, and you waste even flash here. That was 100% waste. The auto attack was already like launched, I think. And then you get wards. It's pretty good. Good way to use the money at this point. But the problem now also is that since you went for the tornado, your laning is a lot weaker, and then you, for some weird reason, go super aggressive against Orki and Sona. Like, this whole matchup is like about that shield and how to use it, because if you just go ham like that, you just lost like 70% of your HP just because they both focused you down, and they have pretty high damage with the power chords. So yeah, you need to have that shield to do anything. But now that Lucian has the level advantage, that kinda turned the lane around a bit. But yeah, now you're having to waste a lot of potions because you went aggressive at the wrong time. Also, I wouldn't like use tornadoes randomly like that. It's not really helpful at all. You're just wasting mana now. You wanna pretty much use most of your mana on the shields. It's how Janna uses her mana the best, I think. It's her biggest strength. But the shield timing is like pretty difficult to master as well. Like, if you're really good at it, you can like cancel the damage from every Corki spell or Janna spell with the proper shield timings. But also sometimes, if you have an AD carry that is ready to go aggressive, you can just shield them preemptively, and maybe you'll get better use out of the AD ratios that way, because the shield does increase the damage of the carry. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna fast forward this a bit now. I think you should recall here already, as soon as the wave pretty much hits the tower. At 400, yeah, I wouldn't get boots, to be honest. I think you needed to get ruby crystal and the stealth ward. I mean, you want the fucking Sightstone as soon as possible. It's so much money saved. And with Janna, since you have the W and your passive, the movement speed, I'm not even sure if the passive increases Janna's movement speed, but the W does, so anyway. The movement speed you have from those two is already enough so that you wouldn't need the boots. So just go for Sighstone always rather than boots. Pretty good gank by Lee. Guess I could watch that again, like. Lucian is now going ham alone. Okay. Yeah, you pretty much need to shield here, and you have the exhausts. Yeah, okay, it's good that you didn't use it there because you wouldn't get the full use it. And now you have the shield and you use it, and you have good exhaust on go, yeah. Exactly how you should be playing. You could use W on Gogi maybe. Oh, okay, use it on Sona. Oh, maybe even better. Oh, what is Lee doing? No. Oh, and Lucian catches. Oh, that's perfect. I think you played it correctly. Like, there's not much else to do there. Oh yeah, this is, I like this, but maybe I would prefer it on this brush over here, like, because I'm not sure if this is like needed vision really. Well, okay, now you see Nocturne going here, but after this it's like you don't really know if he recalled or went for your lane. Also, I wouldn't probably place this ward unless I already had a ward over here as well, because I think this is way more important towards the river path at the dragon, so you see mid laners rolling and shit like that. But the Twitch roam stop. Yeah, there's not much warding you could have done because of lack of Sighstone. So, and if you went for the Sightstone, you would have it already. So, like right now, you could have Sightstone, the lens, and a pink ward or two, and that would give you so much vision. Like, you would see every move they make. You would just ward, get this mid tower ward, the mid, then you would ward this brush here, maybe pink the dragon or pink this pixel brush or something like that, and then you could also maybe ward over here the rage or something like that. Or actually, if this mid is gone, you could maybe even ward this brush over here. Or another good one is the brush over here. So that's how many wards you would be able to place. 4 fucking wards. But now, what? You even go for the mobility boots? Like, yeah. I never get mobility boots on Janna, to be honest. Well, okay, maybe sometimes, but not before Sighstone. And not before like any sort of AP and CDR, which is the type of builds I always go for. Also, I know this game you went for Crucible, but I don't agree with it, to be honest. The reason is basically they have no standard mid laner that would have like CC like Syndra, or who else would have like hard CC? Maybe a rich arm or something like that, but or Twisted Fate Cold card. Yeah. So basically Crucible would do nothing against Twitch. Then against Nocturne, sure he has the E, but this guy isn't even maxing that. But he's maxing W. What is this shit? Yeah. And there you see exactly why Crucible is not, wouldn't even be great, even if you had it like already. Because of this, you are both stunned. Even if you had the Crucible, I don't I don't think you can use while being stunned, so. And my next point is that, yeah, so if you are only using the Crucible for heal, it's not worth it. You would just rather get the AP and use shields for that, because it's like use the same amount on a 5-second cooldown compared to like 3-minute cooldown. So. And another point is that CC like Alistar's knockups, you can't do anything about those with Crucible or Tenacity, so it doesn't help. The standard build that I go for, which is like Moral Nomicons, would have been actually really fucking good against this team. Which is all about lifesteal tanking. Nocturne has lifesteal, Koki has lifesteal, Alistar has heal, and Sona has heal. Like they have a sustain / healing comp, so the Moral Nomicon build that I go for would have been pretty good actually. Also, you are not buying any. Well, wait, is this yours? I guess. Yeah. But you could be like moving this pink watch bit like for the dragon, and just to see the Twitch coming with stealth and shit like that. Because he actually has some damage. Maybe that not that much yet, but still. Also, I think in many fights you've been pretty bad with the Howling Gales. Like you use them too early, or you don't let them charge at all, or you just flat out cast them to the wrong direction or something like that. Like oftentimes in a big team fight, I might start the Howling Gale like directed at the enemy front line or something like that. And when they start coming towards us, like I then launch it, and hopefully it's a bit charged, so CC is like a bit better. So yeah, for each second you get additional knock up. So if you were to get the 2-second charge, or even 1 more second, it would really help in that spot. Also, I'm not. Yeah, it's not really the safe thing to do right now, but now that the enemy is like grouping like this and the mid tower is gone, I love to ward over here. When I see them coming through the mid, going back to base, going to both sides of the jungle, so it's pretty useful. I actually very rarely get the Crucible on Janna anymore. Like the nerves hurt a lot. I think they like doubled the fucking gold cost. So I still get it on like champions like Nami Bear. I don't see many good alternatives to that. But I think she uses way more mana than Janna, but if you just mostly use shields in team fights and nothing else, then you use almost no mana outside of team fights, because I don't think it's that often Janna's job to be pushing waves or clearing jungles. Yeah, good ultimate. Yeah, that's how you do it. I think almost every ultimate I use is for the for saving my carry in situations like that, and then I also try to, since I go for the AP builds, I try to use it to heal a lot. Like it's the best heal in the game, so I keep using it at barons and shit like that, or before we take like towers or shit like that, so my team is at full HP if possible. Oftentimes I feel it's better than one knock up on front line, but of course his enemy has like fed assassins like Jed or something, then you pretty much always need to save it for him, otherwise your carry won't stay alive, and that's real bad. So now you have the Crucible, but you almost have to like remember on what key binding you have it on. Like of course you need to key bind these items, and you for sure wanna use the same one always for Crucible. Like personally I think I would always use Crucible on number 2 and then smart cast it as well, so it's even quicker to use. But also you need to like predict the use. If you're thinking about should I use it or not, then it's like it's not gonna do enough. Because you need to cancel the CC as soon as it starts. So. But of course you can't be too fast, otherwise it just does nothing. I think your team is like running into that classic mistake of, like, I'm not really sure what happened this game, because when I watched it the first time, like real fast, and I think your rumble or wanted just to troll or something, like I'm not sure what it was about, because doesn't he like now go AFK at some point for like 5 minutes or something that you almost lose the game because of that. And also I think Lucian was AFK, like, I'm not really sure what that was about. It's not really much you can change about that other than just maybe write to chat that come on guys, let's just end this game. I want to end this game. Let's not give them a chance to win. So yeah, this is a good ward. I'm not sure if you placed it, and yeah, of course over the walls, wards near the turrets. Maybe this could be even nearer, so once you are pushing over here you would see where they defend. If someone is like here. I don't think you have a pink ward down, so you for sure wanna keep buying those a bit more. You had a way more gold than I even thought. Oh, with that much gold you could have even gotten what is it called, like the AP and CDR item that builds it into Morellonomicon or Frost Queen's Claim, like the, is it Fiendix Codex or something? Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if you're smart casting wards, but you should not be, because this ward is like fucked up right now. Never smart cast wards. You need to have the indicator, because no one fucking remembers exactly what pixel is in the brush and what is not. So if you have the indicator, it will always show you when it's in the brush and when it's not, so you get to place the perfect wards. Also, I think these wards are... Well, okay, since you're doing Dragon, I guess you wanted to see if they would come, but at this point of the game, they are too low. Enemies pushed up. Also, you have no Baron wards, so if they were to sneak it with 5 people, you wouldn't probably notice it in time. But then again, over here you would see them going to the jungle area, so maybe you would know. And your team still keeps face checking to dumb shit. But yeah, because you should have the map pressure like this. At this point of the game I always try to keep like this area warded. I think Naga was caught very off guard by the lack of vision. Like at the low elo people just keep face checking, there's not much you can do, so other than ward for them, because they're not gonna buy their own wards anyways. Like the 3 wards right now I would put down would be like this brass, this mid lane area, and probably this area. And then I would have maybe pink ward on the Baron. Or here, and then sweep this area. And do Baron maybe. Anyways, I think we saw this game already. Let's look at the last game. Okay, so the second game that I chose, which was actually I think the third game. I think I'm gonna do just these two for you. I think there was like already probably enough stuff that I found that you should maybe work on. And now you changed actually your runes and masteries and also even the item build, so that's interesting. Yeah, well, my start is always the spell thief into 4 potions, 3 biscuits and the mana potion, so. And of course the warding totem. But yeah, like everyone else that plays support, you too should be aware of the next fact that... Oh, you have a Teemo AD carry? Oh, what? Or AP carry Teemo bot lane, okay. Like, you're maybe helping a bit too much. Also, you could have shielded him. It will help Rengar with the sustain. I think Rengar has some sustain issues. I always give 2 auto attacks and the shield, then I leave. That's all I need to do. And you could go the short way around. There's not much cheesing going on, to be honest. And as I say that, I always pretty much cheese with my duo partner. At least in ranked 5s we keep cheesing all the time. It's so funny. But yeah, now you are like losing the race to level 2 as well. Like, I'm not sure if you had even chance to win, but I think Teemo would trade alright. But anyway, even as Janna, who doesn't really have much presence at level 1, you should just try to push the lane. Get to the lane as quickly as possible, push the lane as much as you can, so you don't get pushed under the turret, because no matter how good your ADC is, he keeps losing more CS than the opponent usually when you get pushed under the turret. And to me that's losing the lane, so you don't wanna be losing, you wanna be winning. But now it's like you could maybe try to help with the auto attacks, but either way, like it's not really easy. You just have to watch for when Draven goes aggressive, then you try to block his damage with your shield, and hopefully Teemo would trade back and you would get the good damage rate. Like now, yeah, that was exactly what you need to do. Except that you didn't actually get good use of out of the shield, because Teemo was going back. Good exhaust. Oh, and okay. What the fuck, this camera? I hate this fucking shit. Oh yeah, nice. You're actually winning this now. Now you should push it real hard to get the good recall. I think is there one more wave coming actually? Why are my controls not working with replays anymore? Like, nothing works on my keyboard. Actually, now it works. Anyway. Again you went for boots, but like, was there a... Like, how much gold did you have when you recall? You had enough for Sighstone, so... What? Why aren't you getting it? It's the most important buy of any support. As first item, you wanna get it. If you recall with over 800 gold, you wanna get Sightstone. I don't think there's any alternatives to that. Like every other path is weaker, I think. They cost more money in the long run, and they provide less in the lane anyway. Like boots on Janna again. Like, you don't need those fucking boots. And now you have to spend what, 150 gold on wards instead of just spending the 400 on Sighstone and saving that 150. So yeah, you need to get those build paths right, and also you could have lens already, so that too is like important. It's good that you wanna be aggressive sometimes, but I think your timing is a bit off sometimes. Like, what if you got hooked over there? I think Thresh had hook. You could have just died for free, to be honest. Unless Teemo gets like instant blind on Draven, but even then you would probably get chunked for pretty much no reason. And these tornadoes, like, dude, I would just save them for when Thresh comes up to you, and then you just hit the charge tornado on Thresh or both of them, or just the Draven. Like, you need to save the tornadoes for the trade for sure. Like, it's like a stun. It's not like that long of a duration if you just instantly launch it, but still it's like you win the trade if you get those like that. Yeah, that's how you do it. But also that was like exhausted, so it's good that, yeah, you saw that. Also, if you had the Sighstone, well, actually you have a ward over here, but you wanna keep the brush over here warded, like at this part of it, because once you get pushed past this brush, there's oftentimes jungler coming in for a lane gank from this way. Like you'd think it's good enough that you see this shit over here and the dry brush. Or maybe you could even have the... You should have the... well, you have this here, but... Maybe that's not even deep enough. Like when mobility boots jungler comes and you're pushed over here, this ward is not enough, to be honest. They catch you before you get to the turret. Also, against all-in melee supports like Thresh and Blitzcrank and shit like that, having the brush warded is like really important because it lets you see them casting the hook. And more importantly, you know the angle of their attack, you know. So you get your positioning right, so the minions could block it. Like if you don't know where exactly in this brush the Thresh is, he could be over here, and then you'd be easy hook for him. But if you saw him, then you would always have the positioning right, so he wouldn't be able to hook. Yeah, so you need that ward. But now that you have the ward, you don't need to be there or even go there at all, because it will give him that hooking chance against him. I guess. Oh, did you have the shield on? I think some of these shields you are using are way too early, like you're just wasting mana because you think it's just like, yeah, too early. You need to wait until an auto attack or any spell is in the air before you shield, or that the Teemo is just about ready to attack or already launching an attack. That's the perfect time to shield. Oh, that was a good tornado. I think Raven's E knocked you aside, so you wouldn't get hooked. But now you need to, like, you have the ultimate and shit like that. Actually, you don't have the mana for it. You don't have mana for shield. So it's a trade. Well, actually, yeah. Why the fuck aren't you using your biscuits? Oh, that's a big mistake, man. If you had been using your biscuits, they also give mana. And Teemo pretty much only needed your ultimate or a single shield to survive. If you went there with your biscuits and just ultimated, it Thresh away or healed him, and then you even have the exhaust. Maybe you could have even gotten a double kill. Yeah, so keep using those biscuits early on. Don't save them until like your AD carry is dead or you're out of the fight like that. And even in combat you should be using them. They changed they can really change how the fight goes. And yeah, again you get the moby boots. Like, it's just path I don't take, to be honest. Like I said before, it's good. They're fine, but the way I play is a bit different. I prefer to have more AP and more CDR and shit like that, to be like more of a support than a warding machine or a roaming machine like that. Also, I think 4 biscuits is a bit overkill. Like, most of the times I would just get maybe 3, or even just 2. But then again, at the start of the lane I pretty much have 4 usually myself, so I can't be hating on that. It's kinda even in that lane actually. Team, yeah, AD carry gold is almost even. You are actually a bit or ahead of the thresh. Like 200 gold, but nothing major. You could be removing those wards with your lens, but it's kinda dangerous actually. Again, you don't have the ward in this burst. And you don't have the ward in the dragon or river area. So you don't see if they would like come gank you. I guess you're now doing it. Or maybe not, maybe you are, maybe not. What the fuck is that pink word? I don't even know. Okay. Yeah, good. Good that you clear that word. But now they're doing the dragon. Oh, you need to ultimate this. Oh, yeah, you don't have it. And exhaust. Oh, but just a real bad fight, I think it was like, yeah, I mean, sure, it's like always good to think about the contesting, but if you are 3 like that and they have such an hard engage like Sighstone and Thresh, it's like, and even the Wukong ultimate, it gets so fucking nasty sometimes when they get to initiate with the man advantage. So it's kinda snowballing this game right now, 3 kills and the dragon. So. And even the Draven is now getting well ahead of Teemo. I can't really hate on him picking Teemo. I'm sure it can work for you, but of course it's not like optimal by any means. Too short of a range on the auto attack. I don't think it's a bad pick against Draven. Like, actually he's not even getting stumped in this lane. Like, you were even up until that dragon. Now it's like, actually a trade. I think in that fight your ultimate positioning was a bit off, maybe. But maybe that's still not so bad, because it was an... Okay, so he gets blind. But you're not using your shield in time, are you? Like, the first thing you need to do is to use your shield. Like right now. Where is the shield? What are you doing? Shield, shield, shield. Still no shield, 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 shield. You use W, but where's the shield? Now you use the shield. And even that ultimate was like... If you had... Well, yeah, you flashed free. But yeah, I think with the... this replay sometimes is a bit bugged with the... showing the shield, but... or the spell cooldown, but I think you were like... not using the shield enough there. Also with you get into that thing where, or the argument where I think my build would have been way superior, because if I had more CDR than you, I would get the maybe even the extra shield there, and that would be like enough to save Teemo and get the free kill from Draven. So it's little things that like that can really change how the laning phase goes. Some shield timing or CDR, or even some extra AP. Like, I think mobility boots are not really that great unless you are like planning to initiate. But Janna is not the initiate champion usually. So. I think you are going for the Crucible again. Well, this game it's much better play than the previous one because of Vega stun and the Thresh hook, or even the Thresh ultimate. What is your ward situation? You have placed down 3 wards. Oh, yeah, just a bit too greedy from your team. Oh yeah. Like, the game plan right now should be pretty much to try clearing the enemy vision and maybe get a pick or two, but I don't think you even have the hard CC, or maybe you have some burst, but it might be hard to do it. And for sure, if you're getting pushed like this, it's pretty hard to just leave the tower, so kinda hoping that they would fuck up by dive or something. Like this maybe. You then had like any CC there, Draven would be dying for free. Overall this team comp is pretty fucking bad. Like, what's the initiate? Rengar? Janna? What's the follow up? Like, there's no CC anyway. I guess it's all about that Katarina cleanup, but sad days. It's hard to find much for me. Like, yeah, I would just, when they siege this mid like this, I would always try to place a ward over here. So I would see if they try to shoot spells from the fog. I guess you really like that cap tension or something. Guess it's fine. Actually, I should be trying it as well. I guess I'm just too often taking home gun. But then again, I don't play the Janna very aggressively usually. I mean, I think in like the previous game as well, you were like trying to initiate for your team and it wasn't really working out, I think. It's just difficult when your team is like losing. Like all you can really do is like protect your Teemo right now, because, and maybe shielding the Katarina or something like that, because they have the damage they need to stay alive. If they die, it's over. And you should probably keep saving the exhaust for Draven every single fight. Don't ever use it for chasing someone, really. Like at this stage of the game anyway. Like especially someone like Garen who can just remove it instantly. You should know that Garen has the Q that removes the slows, and he even has boots of swiftness and shit like that. It's still such a long cooldown that. And it's so, exhaust is so strong when you use it on Draven, so. It's one of those things that not many people maybe always think about them, but it's like one of the keys to the victory. Like how do you win the fucking team fight when you're this behind? Like it needs to be perfect. You need to get the exhaust on their fed Draven, and you need to do everything you can to protect the backline and get perfect shielding and kite the enemy and use your tornadoes correctly. That's how it should happen. Like even if you do everything perfectly, it's still like most of the time not enough, but it might give you a chance. But that's all you really need and all you can do. Yeah, I guess you were a bit slow, but with that Crucible over there. Yeah, you have it over here. You went stun, but now she's already getting W. Now you send it, but and there's already ultimate, so sad days. Yeah, and Katarina didn't go for mechs or any magic resistance. It's one of those things that makes this game even harder. But yeah, I guess it's over now.